ever pondered over the question, how do you ascertain if there's a significant relationship between two categorical variables? If so, then you've been contemplating the very essence of chi-square tests, a cornerstone of statistical analysis. Embarking on this journey, we start at the very core. Chi-square tests, named after the Greek letter chi, are a statistical method used to determine if there's a significant association between two nominal variables. Those are variables that can be placed into categories such as hair color or car brand. But how do chi-square tests work? Imagine a chessboard where each square represents a combination of categories from two variables. The actual number of observations in each square is what we call observed frequencies. However, if there were no relationship between the variables, we could estimate what these frequencies would be. We call these expected frequencies. Chi-square tests are all about comparing these observed frequencies with the expected ones. If they differ significantly, then there's evidence of an association between the variables. If not, we can say that the variables are independent. This is where the chi-square statistic comes into play, a single number that tells us how much the observed and expected frequencies differ. It's calculated using a specific formula, which involves subtracting the expected frequency from the observed frequency, squaring the result, dividing by the expected frequency, and then adding up these values for all squares on the chessboard. But how do we decide if this chi-square statistic indicates a significant relationship? Well, it's not as simple as higher equals more significant. Instead, we need to compare it to a critical value from the chi-square distribution, a theoretical distribution that tells us what values we would expect if the variables were independent. If our calculated chi-square statistic is greater than this critical value, we conclude that there is a significant association. Now, it's important to remember that like all statistical tests, chi-square tests come with assumptions. They assume that the data are randomly sampled, that the variables are nominal, and that the expected frequencies are sufficiently large. Violating these assumptions can lead to misleading results, so always check them before running a chi-square test. So, to recap, chi-square tests are a method for determining if there is a significant relationship between two nominal variables. They work by comparing observed and expected frequencies using the chi-square statistic. This statistic is then compared to a critical value from the chi-square distribution to decide if the relationship is significant. And always remember to check the assumptions of the test to ensure accurate results. And there it is, the chi-square test, a statistical tool to uncover the hidden relationships between categorical variables, a method to discern the whispers of data, and a path to understanding the interconnectedness of variables. As always, wield this tool with caution and respect, for statistics, like all powerful things, must be handled with care.